So today, I want to talk to you about the coolest accessory I have seen for a rifle in a long time. It's this thing. This is the Black Label, spelled BLK LBL, don't ask me why. It's the Black Label forend that goes on the Sig Cross. Now, the Sig Cross is a fantastic rifle. The more I have shot it, the more I'm realizing what its true purpose is. This is the epitome of a general purpose rifle. And by general purpose, I mean it doesn't do anything great. It's not the best at any one task, but it's pretty good at all tasks. It can do everything from, snapshots at close range. It can do, hunting whitetail deer in the mid-Atlantic. It can be a varmint gun. It can be a big game gun. It could be a long-range precision rifle. It could be a competition rifle. Now, is it going to be the best at any of those things? No, absolutely not. There are better choices for each individual one of those specialties. But in terms of something that can do it all, the Sig Cross absolutely does it hands down. Now, what this Black Label forend brings to it, though, to me, just completes the rifle. It is the last thing that it really needed. So what this is, a lot of people will look at it and say, well, that's the same idea as the Steyr Scout rifle. It's got the bipod that folds it out from the handguard. The only thing this has in common with the Steyr Scout rifle bipod is that when folded in, it fits flush against the gun, and it folds outward instead of coming down from the front. It also shares the weight. This forend weighs about 8 ounces more, almost exactly 8 ounces more than the standard forend that comes with the rifle. Everything else about this is completely different. What this is a pretty effective bipod. It has locking legs. The Steyr does not. It has adjustable legs, which, by the way, are carbon fiber legs there, if you can see. So it's got the adjustable legs. It also has an adjustment wheel down here to change the tension of the cant. So it has a lot of things going for it that are pretty important when you get out to longer range. So this bipod does a pretty good job. Now, is it as good and stable as an AccuTac or whatever the latest thing is from MDT or anybody else? No, it's not. It's not nearly as stable as those. I would compare it, say, Harris bipod-ish, maybe. Maybe the Magpul, very similar to that. But the thing is, it only weighs 8 ounces more, and it's always on the gun. You get one of those bigger, heavier, and more stable bipods, you're not going to leave it attached to the gun. It weighs too much, pound and a half, 2 pounds easily. Okay, so it's not attached to the gun, but you got to carry it with you. You're still going to have that weight penalty. It might not be on the gun, but it's on you. And you've got to attach it when you're ready to use it. For a general purpose rifle, you want everything as quick and handy as can be. And this thing is incredibly quick and handy. By the way, you got to reduce the tension on it to make it fold up quickly and easily. Discovered that. But this is a terrific little option. It's well made. If you look at the website for Black Rifle, and I will post a link to it in the description, the pictures that were on it showed an ARCA rail right up close to the receiver there. They changed the design of that because apparently it limited you. If you put this on a tripod, you couldn't aim up, or maybe it was down. Anyway, it messed up the ergonomics. So now they have a detachable, removable ARCA rail section that goes here right underneath right just forward of the chamber. Now, if I were to make one change with this, if I were to make a suggestion for future development of this, I would say to add up front here, you've got 2 sections or rather, yeah, 2 sections on the side here of M-lock rail. Change one of those to one of these. That's a quick release for the sling swivels. Having a sling swivel back here, a lot of people like it. A lot of people are comfortable with it. I find I get much better stability by having it out front here. Carrying it works great here, but in terms of going into a hasty sling and wrapping into it, I find I get more stability up here. That'd be the only thing I'd change about this. Now, this is not a paid promotion. I paid for this piece, and they are not cheap. But man, what it does for versatility, I think it is absolutely worth it. I've been using it now throughout deer season. Unfortunately, during deer season, I haven't had the opportunity to deploy the bipod, but I've been carrying the rifle, been walking around with it, been getting used to the handling characteristics with this on. I'm quite happy with it. Tomorrow, I'm going to have it out to a long range session and see how it goes there. But so far, I am really, really impressed with this. The next time you see it, it will probably be covered in either Krylon paint or or some camo tape. I really prefer some camouflage on there, but probably going to end up doing the scope as well. But I wanted to get this video before I did that. Quality of this thing is just outrageously good. The guy that makes these, Black Label, is up in Canada. Shipping takes a little while, but that's just because of customs and all that. But the guy is really responsive. He wants to hear from you, and they make all sorts of other handguards as well. But I would love to see Sig reach out to these guys and see about putting together the ultimate general purpose from the factory. Or better yet, Sig, why don't you just start selling these things as a receiver? Let us put the barrel on. Let us put the forend on. Put all the things on to make it a personalized rifle. You've done a great job with the chassis system on your handguns. Start doing that with the rifles. There's plenty of accessories now, plenty of support to be able to justify that. Anyway, so those are my thoughts on the Black Label handguard, and I'll be posting more about this as I get more time behind the trigger on it and letting you know what I think about it. I'm Steve Clifford. Thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel.